Hi everyone, I'm Adrienne Camille Lunson. I am the CEO and founder of Klio Studio, and I'm going to walk you through getting started on your first project in Klio Studio. So first thing you do is you actually go to kliostudio.com and sign up. You end up going to app.kliostudio.com/app and go ahead and click and create a profile. So we're inside here, which is mine, and this would be your company name. This is your dashboard. This will be changing a little bit over the next couple weeks, but let's go to projects, which is where you go in and create your first project. So believe it or not, you're going to hit create project. We try to keep this as simple and straightforward as possible. So test project, description, basic description. I will warn you guys, my typing skills, not great. Own a tech company, not great at typing. Be who you want to be. So now we're in the overview for the project. It's very simple. As you see down here, this is me, my info, and I am the project owner, which means I'm the producer and I'm the one who created and controls this project. If someone's permissions need to change, the project owner would be the one that does that. Anybody you add into the project is called a project contributor, whether they're a art director, an actor, or a director. They're all contributing to the project that you own. You're also the one that's going to have the subscription. The people who contribute to your project don't necessarily have to have a subscription, but if they want to own or create their own projects, they have to do that. You can add up to 15 people on the most basic subscription, which is $11.99 a month. It's less than Netflix to create your own Netflix. So if you want to edit some of the information here, some basic information. So we'll go in status. We're in development. Spell that right? Did I spell it right? I did. Summer 20. Let's do 2022. Yeah. Current budget $1 million. So this is a little bit different. So this overview, this project information, is the information that when you're in the future going to be showing this to people, trying to get them interested in the project, see if they want to be part of it. This is the information they're going to be able to see, is what the writer, who the director is, and anybody that you've attached to the project. It's not necessarily people that you've added in. So it's a little bit of different, but we'll go ahead and put in Donna, director, Randy, writer. So you can have multiple writers. Add that in. And then stars, we cast Star Power. Yes, she is quite capable. Update info. So this is your project information that later, as the system keeps growing, you'll be able to show that and send that to people as kind of a production summary. Upload. Let's go ahead and upload a picture, if you will. Let's see, where's my downloads? Downloads. Pictures. Downloads. Banner. We don't want that one. Let's do this one. Yeah, pictures. Open. Knew that was in there. So this is our test project poster. I love this tattoo. I don't have this tattoo, but I love this tattoo. It's a cover up for a very bad Pikachu tattoo. So you get on here, and this is where you actually invite people in to contribute to your project. So this was information before, but we're actually going to invite these people in so they can start doing work. So Donna, director@gmail.com. Yes, and never guess what her job is. Director. That's right. Go ahead and invite. So there's Donna. Just invited her in, and then we got Randy, writer. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the joke that I just thought of. Yeah, he got his start in romance novels. So I've added both of them in, and then once they would receive an email that says you've invited into this project, and some of this information's available for them to know what project is. and then they can click confirm, and they come into the project and it says confirmed right here on status instead of pending. If you suddenly realize, oh no, Randy and Donna, they hate each other, okay, Randy's not going to work on it, you can go ahead and just remove him. But Randy, actually, it doesn't matter. So once that's set up, you can actually go to chat and chat with each other. So if Randy was still in the project, Randy and Donna could actually chat with each other without us giving out their contact information. So that way, if you have stars, or if you have sensitive information, or if you're the gaffer and you just need to tell one of the electricians something real quick, but you don't want to go through and call and email and save and all that, you can just send a chat real quick, ask a simple question. Saves time, saves money, and that saves money always. So you've added these people in, and then we go to scripts. So if Randy was still in the project, Randy could go and upload. I write comedies, don't blame me. Or the booty for that matter. Upload. So this is Infestation 6. So let's say he sends me this version of the script to download it. I read it, which I can download right here. I read it, I have some notes, I send it back to him. He does revisions, and then he uploads the next version. The updated version. Infestation 7. Upload. Whenever you're dealing with a lot of shows, with a lot of scripts, especially when you're doing TV where you have multiple episodes and multiple versions of each script for every episode, you start to lose these in your email accounts. Or if you have 4 or 5 projects going on at the same time, you start to lose track of which script is which and what's date and everything. So as you can see here, there's a time date stamp for when it's uploaded. This must be India time. Gotta fix that. But now, so I have the old version, I have the new version. So I know which one is the latest version because it says right here. So I'm going to click, this is the version we're going to start filming. So I'm going to click script breakdown. So when you used to break down scripts, we would create these things called strip boards, which would take us a week or 2 to create. And voila, now it is instantaneously created right here in the system, and you don't have to worry about losing it or the wind blowing and then all of your strips of paper go away. So we would take a piece of paper, fold in eighths, and create a strip, write the information that you see here onto each of the strip. Now this is a 100-page script, so it's a feature-length film. It has 170 pages, or 170 scenes, and we would have to create one of those for each of the scenes, and then we break down each of the scenes. So if you just click on a strip, it'll open up into a breakdown sheet. So this breakdown sheet shows eighths of a page, the name of the scene, interior, exterior, all this information. You can put a basic description, words on black screen. It's obviously just a black screen, so there's no cast members, but you see the cast members here. Then there was a stunt, put all the information. So go ahead and save that. Eighths of a page is in reference to, we fold a piece of paper into eighths of a eighths, and that gives us an idea of how long each scene is. So if a scene is 3/8 of a page, it'll be about that much information plus dialogue. So, it'll take a shorter amount of time than, say, 3 3/8 of a page. We know that's going to take a long time to film that. It's going to take a lot of setups. You're going to have to film a lot of coverage. So those scenes take a lot more time. So these eighths of a page help you manage how long it's going to take to film. So it gives you a better idea of how many scenes per day can you film, and where you can crush them together to get the most time out of your shoot. So let's go to, say, this one. So this has multiple characters in it. And so you see here's Tank, he's number 1, he's our lead, and then Turner, who's number 2, he's our second. And then let's say in this scene there's a stunt, fall from bed, there is a tank military movie. So, funny stuff. And large tattoo. Tattoo. Did I spell that right? I didn't. There's 2 T's. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, so you put that information in there. And that's for later. That's how you break each one of them down. It's just like you need a tank in that scene, then you need to go and find a tank, and then once you figure out what day you're going to shoot, you need to know that the tank is going to be there for that scene that you're shooting on that day. This is what this is for. Okay, so we're going to... so then whenever you start organizing your scene breakdown, you're going to drag and drop your the strips to the best days that you need. So if you have 6 scenes that are happening in the same location, you need to group all of those scenes onto the same shoot day. And you can do that by either drag and dropping it like I showed you, or changing the shoot day number. So day 3, move that one to day 3, and it'll automatically move it for you. So this will move to day 3. It'll take a sec. So there it is. You also want to combine your day, your night, and that's a long explanation and how to do this. I will do that later, but we're just getting started. So that's how you start that. Then we move to the shooting schedule. So here's Infestation 7 that we already did the breakdown for, and started breaking that down, and create a shooting schedule. This is when you go from just trying to figure out how many shoot days you need to have to actually what day you're going to shoot and when and how many, and the very specifics for getting things actually on set. So let's say we're going to start filming at 07 is when our first scene is. This is important. You don't, for indies, sometimes you don't want to do, you don't have to do this, but this one's really important to figure out. Okay, so 7 o'clock we need to do this. After lunch we're going to film this scene, this scene, this scene. If we're not done, then we have to move the last scene to the next day or to another day. So in scheduling, you figure out where all those things are, as well as if you're going to be moving sets. So if we're filming on this location, then we're moving to another location, you need to figure out the time and how, make sure you have allotted enough time to get through the scenes that you're going to film. Or if you're running out of time, you need to cut some shots and cut some setups and keep moving. Okay. So shoot day 1 or film day 1, we're going to pick to be on the 29th of April 2020. We're assuming there is no virus going on and we're not all shut down. And the actual set location is going to be at 123 South Figueroa Street. Yes, I filmed near there several times. So, okay, so this is when we started doing the breakdown. That fall from bed, well, that information then shows up right here. And then when we filled out the description, it fills in right here too. So, South Figueroa, we're just assuming all the way down South Figueroa. And then the next shoot, we're going to be on the 30th. Okay, cool. And that's going to be the location. We're going to go with 64. Yes, Virgil Street. That'll work. So we're pretending to film. And we'll start there at 7 a.m. We'll do 7 p.m. It's going to be a night shoot. 7 p.m. There we go. 7 p.m. And just so I can show you how the calendar works, we'll throw this next one on there on the 1st. No, we can't do the 1st. Because once you do a night shoot, you can't force people to come in the next morning. That's mean. And it'll get you sued. 5555. There we go. West Melrose. I'm in LA, that's why it automatically assumes that I'm in Los Angeles. Because I work in LA. So let's go to calendar. Yeah, so, alright, now we're in the calendar. This is the overall calendar view, so you could come down here and look and see, go, oh, okay, so here's shoot day 1, here's shoot day 2, okay, shoot day 3, we need to make sure, I did it in my head, shoot day 3, we have to move, because this is going to be a night shoot, we're not starting till late, so, So, shoot day 3, we have to do, on Saturday instead of Friday, because shoot day 2 is a night shoot. So we got to let everybody sleep so they can come in on Saturday. I will also get into figuring that out on a later date, but right now we're just getting you started, and then we'll deep dive a little later. All right, call sheets, everyone's vein of their existence. Call sheets. We're going to generate the call sheet. So if the first shot is at 0700 in the morning, what time should crew call be? In general, it's an hour before. If you have a bigger set, might be earlier, but most professionals will know, like, okay, so general crew call is 6 a.m., first shot off is at 7. Okay, we've got to do a huge setup. I should probably be there at 5:30. That also is when you're going to have breakfast, is at 6 a.m., so catering knows they need to be there at 5, and then if your main character has to have body paint put on them before, and that takes 3 hours, and they have to be on set by 7 a.m., then you're going to want to make their call time 4 o'clock in the morning. I've had 4 a.m. call times. It happens. And then the makeup artists have to be there at that time as well. So their chauffeur needs to make sure to pick them up at 3 a.m. to make sure that the star gets there by 3:30, depending on where you're at. So make sure the star is there at 4 to put on 3 hours of makeup so you start filming at 7. This is why this system is important. Okay, parking locations, street parking. Just do street parking. But the base location, what are we doing? Like 1, 2, 3 Figueroa, so 1, 2, 5 South Figueroa Street. So it's right next door. So sometimes you're going to park in a location that's separate from the actual film location, and then base camp might be in another one. So if you're not filming on a lot, if you're filming in a practical location, you'll have parking. You'll be shuttled to base camp, which base camp is where they keep all the trailers and the trucks, and usually that's where where food is, actual catering. And then from there you'll take a shuttle to the actual location. A lot of times base camp will be right next to the location, so you don't have to do as much, but that's for bigger shoots, so it's all right here. And then notes, for example, wear sunscreen, and a face mask. Wash your hands. Yeah, there we go. Exclamation point. Win. Create. So it's thinking. Download call sheet. Okay, so future versions of this will have the call sheet actually in the system that you can then manipulate. But right now you can just click download call sheet and it pulls it down for you to have an editable call sheet for you to be able to send out to people. So we didn't add in any producers, so it didn't show any up here, but see Donna directors right here. Test project. Here's the general crew call time. Here's the location, the street parking. Here's base camp. Here's what time sunrise and sunset. That's all done for you. Here's the weather forecast for tomorrow. Then it pulls in all the information that was in the strip board and the shot list, and pulls in that information as well. And then here's the next day's information right here. It's pulled in for you. This stuff is all things that you're going to need to edit. This is cast. We hadn't put in any cast yet. We hadn't put in any stand-ins, figured out any of this information. So this is all stuff that you're going to have to edit right now, but this speeds up the process a whole lot. So yeah, I can't wait for what's to come. Like I'm so excited for what's going to happen next as soon as we get these things up and running to the point where you just a few clicks, it's there, you hit another click, it sends it out to everybody, you get confirmations back, because people make call sheets. They make call sheets once you're wrapped for the day before. Once you're wrapped for the day, then you make your call sheets for the next day. You can start early, but you can't send them out, because if you say you run late and then you have a 12-hour turnaround and you were going to start filming at 7 a.m. now you have to push that back till 9 a.m. because you kept your star late and you have to get them 12 hours. It's very, very stressful, especially for bigger sets. And I did just hit my wrist, but I'm going to pretend like I didn't. So yeah, that's getting started. I'm going to have to edit this thing so I don't seem like such a goof. Alright. Well, thank you for watching, and this was getting started. I'm going to do more tutorials on how to do longer breakdowns, and how to do scheduling, and how to do budgeting. You can do budgets right now, but we've got a lot of new and exciting features coming to make it even easier. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.